ZL Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Andy Dion from ZL Entertainment, and today we're here for the next episode within Supermarket Simulator. This will probably be, not that it matters, but it'll probably be the last video I record for quite some time because well, I guess it does kind of matter. There's a few reasons I need to finish recording the Minecraft videos, but also it's actually getting quite difficult to try and save up enough money because I'm trying to do double. So it is getting a bit difficult to try and save up enough money for each of these things. And it does go in this direction. So I'm guessing it's just going to keep going back and back now. Um, but yeah, we have 9 more. I think, like I said, it's getting very difficult to do this stuff. So I'm gonna probably, since I have about 2 months worth of this recorded, about 8 more episodes, I think. Well, there's 2 still uploaded, and then there's about 3 or 4 more that I need to edit, including this. Almost 2 months. Well, by the time you see this, there won't be 2 months. But me, as of recording this, there is about 2 months. So I'm going to actually just spend the rest of that time just kind of what I think most gamers call grinding. Um, Sadly, not in the fun sexual way. At least it doesn't. And, anyways, yeah, we're going to have to do that to get tons of money. I don't know how much this is. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, kind of 16 and a half, 17 and a fourth, 17 and 3/4, 18. So we're gonna need about almost 2 million, give or take. That's how much I'm gonna have to actually save up for. And it took me to get to 200,000. It took me, instead of 2 days, it took me 3 full days. To be quite honest, I had health problems and had to take care of that kind of stuff. But I think that I could probably still get it taken care of in 2 days. But the problem is, it would take me 10 days just to get 1 million and 20 days to get the 2 million, and I would have to actually be willing to do all of that. I don't think I'm gonna find this interesting enough to keep doing that constantly. But that is kind of my plan. I might just do it in chunks. Maybe just get 3 rows at a time worth of money. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3.8, 8, 9, almost 400,000. So trying to get 400,000. Well, also then I like to do double just so I have a little bit over. You know what? I don't need to do double. Just a little bit over what I need should be good. Because I can almost get this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just get a little over 4K, 400K, and then I'll come back this 2 to 3 days. I should have it. And that should be good. That's my plans for now. But I'm going to do the normal of pausing and be back when we have something interesting, because as you can see, we still don't have any orders. And one is not good enough for me. I like to get at least three. Watch three just pop ups immediately. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back. Alright, we're back. And we have three orders, and I figured we might as well get this going. So let's get some eggs. And now we have four. The orders are now starting to come in. Get some flour and vodka. Right, where was she? Right next to us. We have two people right in this area. In fact, the newest one is that one, I believe, because I don't think I saw another name in this area. Isn't she on this road? Yeah, also in this general area. A little bit further away, but not by much. We've got the Gruyere cheese. For some reason, it just did not want to be picked up. We've got some oil olive. Some of this soda. And triangle cleaner. There we go, one of the cleaner clones. And she's all the way down there. Let's see, we've got soda. More 4-pack of eggs. I've never seen eggs in this small of a pack. Usually it's 12 at the lowest, and then it's 18, and then they have the huge, like, huge crates that I've rarely seen. Because I don't buy eggs, I don't buy food, but I believe that I think it's like a 5-pound crate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much 12 eggs weigh. I don't usually show the weight. Did you know that from a caloric viewpoint that eggs are really low? You know, a lot of people say that things are like, every time I look or rather watch videos where people are eating food and they're like, man, this is full of calories. I'm like eating food. I'm like, how the hell are people getting like tons of calories? Like, when you look at an egg, one egg is 75 calories, which is not much at all. And I have 2 hard-boiled eggs as a snack at night usually. And that's just not a lot of food. Not volume-wise or calorie-wise. So I'm trying to figure out how people like eat so much calories. Probably because they're just getting junk foods, I suppose. All the sweet foods and junk foods that everybody likes, you can easily just have a completely healthy version of that if you make it yourself. It's simple as that. I suppose not many people have the time, of course, but yeah, if you made the thing yourself, then it would be healthy. Sweet foods would probably be a little bit more difficult to make healthy because the healthiest sugar substitutes you can get are things like 100% pure maple syrup, and of course make sure you get 100% pure honey and don't get one of the scam honey brands that say it's honey but it's not. honey comes from bee honey, from the honeycombs. Especially here in California, a lot of people like to try and pretend that, oh, this honey comes from flower. That's not. If you get it from a flower, it's not honey. It's nectar. It's bee nectar. Um, so I don't remember which, but when when they're doing the flower stuff, they call it pollinating, but really they're either puking or shitting. It's really kind of gross if you want to think about it. I usually don't. I don't actually like the taste of honey. At least I think what I'm getting is not real honey, honestly. I think what we have at my place is fake honey. Um, so yeah, there's the bee nectar, which is not real honey. Um, one version is bee puke, and the other version is bee shit, and I don't know which is which. Which do I. Which one is supposedly real honey? I don't know. So that's the first scam. That's the one that most people don't really care about, and is not as bad as the other one. The other scam for honey is straight up made out of sugar water with a yellow dye. That's the other that is the other one, and that scam is the worst of the two. Sugar water is also known as simple syrup, and is not honey. It's not healthy. I would say that the 100% pure maple syrup is the healthier of the two, as it has things that the honey does not have, although the honey has things that the maple syrup does not have. So it's you kind of just go with what you want. For flour at least in US is processed in a very bad way. By that, I would say it's done in a very cheap way to make more money that for the companies. They're looking for profit over health, of course. And so a lot of the flours in the US are made very poorly. That being said, you can still get some flours that are going to be a little bit healthier. You can get 100% wheat flour. Make sure that the vitamins are not taken out. Probably going to be a difficult time to find that, and if you do, it's going to be more expensive because they can make it that way. Also, I personally believe, this is a theory of mine, but I personally believe unhealthy options are made cheaper on purpose. I believe that they want us to be unhealthy, so that way they can make money off of us with the supposed cure. Um, but yeah, those are the only unhealthy bits for say if you want to make a cake, it's just the flour and the sugar. Everything else is healthy. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, usually you're gonna have cocoa powder that's healthy, like chocolate cake. Cocoa powder healthy. Um, Salt decent enough. It would be better to get a healthier version of salt. At the very least, sea salt. Um, but even then, it would be better to find a healthy sea salt or a healthier. Baking soda, really healthy actually. really good for you. Um, yeah, it really is just the flour and sugar that is unhealthy in these sweet stuff. If you're gonna use butter, it'd be better to use ghee, but even then, butter is better than margarine because margarine is just solidified vegetable oil, and vegetable oil is trash. And eggs are very healthy, so yeah, the worst thing in a cake is probably the sugar. Um, so yeah, doing sweet foods is easier to make of the two, but I think like if you're gonna have like junk food like chips and whatnot, it is a little bit more difficult, except for maybe potato chips. A healthier version of that would be to fry the chip into a healthy fat, which would be either olive oil. Make sure it's real. There has been scams with olive oil, not so it wasn't actually olive oil. Um, Another good one is avocado oil. There's also tons of scams of avocado oil not being pure avocado. Butter would be healthy, but it has such a low smoke point that it wouldn't really work. And beef tallow would be the other healthy option. So I personally would go with beef tallow or olive oil. Anyways, I'm going to wait here until they're done. Actually, let's get this first taken care of. Just the most disgusting part of the chicken. It all stayed the same. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what I want to put over here. It's gonna be some time before we get a new section over here, so I'm just gonna actually for sure paint this. Not sure if I'm gonna paint that. I am gonna paint this though. And we're out. That's good. All done. So I can buy the next section right now, but I'm gonna actually wait and buy all three in the next episode. So yeah, the next three episodes will be this buying this in the next, and then the second one after that will be this, and then the third one after that will be this, and we'll have all of this taken care of. And then I will finally feel like I finished the game. That being said, it's going to take a long time to get there. I'm not sure which episode we're on right now. I quickly checked. I believe this is going to be episode 13, maybe? Not sure. So 14, 15, 16. By the end of 16, or by the beginning of 16, we'll have all the space opened up. So that does give us some time in the series. There'll be 22 episodes, so there will be about a month of episodes, 5, where we get to actually enjoy all of this. I'll be able to finally get all this area like looking good. I am gonna go and buy one thing before I pause the video, and so you guys don't have to wait with me. Aren't I kind? I just actually had stuff to say this time. So usually I put about that amount. That should be good. Oh, and probably did not notice because I don't usually put the lights on, but these two rows I finally put up, so we can look down here. I don't think turning the lights on or off even matters anymore because I'm gonna have enough money now to get all this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna wait here and we'll be back once I have everything completely restocked in here. Alright, we can get back to the orders. I think I forgot to film myself starting the day, but that's usually only 10 seconds of a clip, and then that's it. Oh, Muska. There we go. We need some sugar. I didn't try to do that in the System of a Down way, but it kind of ended up sounding like it actually, yeah. Right. And some wine. Forgot where Hazel was. Just in the middle here. So I'm just gonna go around. I'm really hoping I don't have to keep recording this and this is just here till like 1 at night or something. Or rather 1 in the morning. But that's usually how it ends up being. Owen is all the way in the bottom corner. But we are about a third of the way, so I think it's possible I can get this done in the next few hours. I did kind of work pretty quickly with getting all this stocked up. I didn't really take much of a break this time. So that is most likely part of the reason why I was able to get this going so quickly this time around. So I'm probably just gonna do that. Where's the soup list? Here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just do that and just kind of get this going as quickly as I can. After today, I will spend, or today, yeah, I'll be recording this today. So after today and finishing of recording this episode, I'll spend however long it'll take to get me to 400k, a little over 400k. Cam is right above. Once I get that, then I'll do the next episode. I'm hoping that will take 2 full days, so that should give me some time. That is when I need to start doing more Minecraft videos. I need to get another one out by then at the latest. It's kind of weird. I have everything, I've said this before, but I have everything from September till the end of the year completely finished with the Minecraft stuff, but for some reason I barely did anything with the in-between time of June, July, and August. Those were the only months I didn't have anything taken care of. So yeah, what I did last time was I recorded 15 videos because that's how many videos you can upload at once to YouTube. So I think that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload 15, and while the 15 are being uploaded, I'll actually record another 15. And since the Minecraft videos are like really short, usually about 10 minutes, I can just usually by the time the 15 videos are done uploaded, I probably will be done with the 15 videos I just recorded. So I could kind of like just go back and forth doing that, hopefully. And we can get that taken care of. Because I do not want to miss out on a day. I feel like I'm doing really good with it so far. And a lot of people so far have actually commented their impression, like being impressed that I was doing it, and I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. I didn't really think about it that way, honestly. I was just like, I gotta get this out. I wasn't thinking about being impressive or anything. But I guess it is kind of impressive. It's actually the easiest thing I've been recording, though. Recording this stuff is way more impressive. I think that's it. Alright. Pulp and Fort Lax. So we want to get this taken care of right at the 3. And the pulp is now 3 as well. That's amazing. Alright, so now I can just kind of take care of this stuff. The... I still can't. I'm going to put this over here with the others. This is one of the items I accidentally got too much of. I think I may have explained it, but it's not just... Oh, I forgot to get rid of that. It's not just like it really wasn't me like I thought it was, or well, I didn't think it was me at all, so wasn't. Sometimes when you click this, it might click 2 instead. So it's possible that when I go and click something, I think I'm getting 1 of something, maybe 2, and then it just kind of, then it gives me way more than I need. So that still is a game problem, or it might actually just be my mouse. I don't know. But if it's that, then at least it's a better game problem than what I thought it was when it was just, I thought it was basically giving me more items than I needed, or was giving me items that I didn't order. That one was more so when I was... That was more when I would press E to purchase the stuff and it'd land here. And I'd be like, well, I didn't buy that. And I thought it was just... I thought it was honestly the game devs trying to simulate being sent things you didn't actually order. That has actually happened to me a few times where I'd order something from like Walmart or something, and then I'd get like, sometimes I'd get items that I never even got or would ever want. I still have a jar of like sun-dried tomatoes. Actually they might be gone now. Let's hope, because it would, if they're still here, then that's about 3 or 4 years. A at the very least 2. But yeah, I think that's one of the problems I found with the game is it sometimes does that little mess. Alright, well, I can't think of anything else to say, so I'm just gonna actually pause the video and be back when this is all done. Alrighty then. We're back, and let's get the day started. And, can't really think of anything to do, so, or say, rather. Actually, I'm gonna check over here. We're gonna see if yeah, I got everything. Thought I might have missed something here. But there's something interesting I found over here. When you disable stuff, you can't actually buy it either. So that's an interesting bit that I found actually kind of a long time ago, but I didn't really have any chance to show it off. But yeah, as you can see, it's still like really low, and the pricing has not gone up at all. You can go over here. Oh, let's get rid of this. And just remembered there's no sound. There we go, much better. So, let's see, let's get rid of that and that. No, yeah, there we go. Well, actually, I want to show this first. As you can see, the cereal has been quite a long time. Damn. Like, the game itself is like on day 510 or something, so that's been a long time. 320. Yeah, that's been like what it has been like 3 years since I first started this, and it's that low. But anyways, and those aren't there. But this, so that's the one that's been around the longest, and the cereal is the second longest. So that's interesting. But anyways, where is Clotted? Is it not gonna show up? So if you like disable it, it's just not gonna show up either. So my slight worry is that now that I have it disabled, maybe it just won't register as a thing that could possibly go down or go up in price, because I don't see the point of selling it if we're gonna lose like so much money on it. Yeah, I don't see it. I know it's Clotted Cream. I don't remember the brand, but I do not see it. And there's a pretty decent amount of orders, so I might as well just get that taken care of once I check this out. The fridge item. That's strange. Is that really what's going on? That's weird. I do not see it. Oh, that's interesting that it has that ability. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, everything's set, so that's good. Let's go back here. I think it's all the way at the bottom. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, so that stuff I didn't get. Or, I mean, I disabled it as well. I do not see it. And there it goes. Yes, I have to click on that. Yeah, it's not there. That's really weird. So yeah, that's. I'm hoping it's not a thing. Where is this guy? All right, Cora. That might be a girl's name actually, but who knows with this game. But yeah, that's a thing I'm thinking about. Is maybe if I don't have it enabled, it won't change prices. I hope that's not what it is, because that would be annoying as all hell. Alright, let's get some coffee and some tea. And some of the wine. Now just randomly started getting something else. And 2 light paper. Come on. There we go. Alright, now we can go and give his junk to him. And it is a girl's, so that's good. They actually had a name that made sense for once. Tom. Interesting mix of stuff here. Got some cheese, some of the good chips, some marble cake. Yeah, this guy wants some pretty cool stuff. Some books and cleaner. Nope, not that one, I guess. It always ends up being that one that everybody seems to want. Alright. Just gotta drop this off at this dude, and well, it looks like we definitely have a lot more. Let's see, Frank, let's see. Yeah, so he's up there. Yeah, a bunch of milk and flour. What can you make out of milk and flour? The only thing I can think of is cake. That might be, well, there's probably some other things, but that's the pancakes. Well, that is still a cake that's cooked on a pan. Alright, let's get this milk. And then we need to get some books. And that is that. Yeah, just gotta drop this off. And there we go. Another Cora. Interesting. Did not expect that. Just down at the end of this road, so that's cool. Alright, so some ice, just dairy products is what she wants, which is actually my favorite type of food. While the vegetarians and the carnivores are fighting over who has the best food group, I'm over here in the dairy group and fruit. Dairy and fruit is like so good. It's literally the best. I do like a little bit of vegetables and I do like a little bit of meat, but yeah, give me some fruit and cheese and I'm good. Alright, so she's over here, and here you go, ma'am. And yeah, we have none left. I'm gonna head back just to see if I can still hear the beeping, so we do still have some people left. Um, is there? It looks like one person, so I won't pause until they're gone. Yeah, that looks like the last person. I can do a little bit of this, I suppose. Alright. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I don't feel like it. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to. So yeah, the end of the day, we're gonna get toothpaste taken care of. And, it actually went up. Glad to see it. And yeah, I'm going to come back and we'll have everything taken care of. Alright. Back. Isn't that wondrous? I think we can just open. Um, I have to admit, it's kind of like way too hot to record. I was really hoping I was gonna finish recording for the year before summer happened. But, nope. It is the middle of June. Oh, yeah, middle of June. Let me pause the song I had going. Literally like 4 or 5 days for, let's see, 5 or 6 days till actual summer starts. But this is California here, so it's pretty much always summer. California, as it's usually called. And I can't have the fan on because it's right next to the mic. So that's great. Even if it wasn't, the mic is really good, so it'd be able to pick it up and it'd be a lot of annoying noise. But yeah, we're just going to pause the recording until something interesting happens. Alright, we have a bunch, so let's get this going. She's right next to us basically, so we can get some eggs. Just enough eggs for us, that's interesting. Some more eggs. Not 5, wanted. Okay, then we need some bread. We've got some pizza here. This kind. Shampoo. And a book. Alright, let's give her crap. Hello, ma'am. Where is this dude at? Is that him over there? Nope. Okay. Wait, what? Tyler. I don't see a Tyler. I guess it's right down there. A bunch of toilet paper. Wrong door. Alright, we got tea. We've got, coffee. And we've got the rest over here. We've got shampoo, and toilet paper. Alright. Now let's make our way down here. There we go. Freak. Looks like he's the one right in front of us, so yeah, let's get his junk. Alright. The only cool thing about this game and how I have to record it is that when I'm... What the fuck was that, game? What the fuck was that? Got all fucking retarded there. The only cool thing about this game is when I'm able to pause, I can have the fan back on. So that's good. Because I don't know why, but usually I can get my room to not be this sauna-like sometimes. But yeah, last year was not a hot year over here. But man, this year is horrendous. I honestly don't know how I'm gonna survive it, as usual. I don't know why I live in this hell state, honestly. I can't handle the heat at all. You would think living in Northern California would make it better, but no. It does not. Okay. I can like hardly pay attention as well. That's when you know things are like getting really hot, if the heat can make it to where you can't really even pay attention. I might do what I usually do when it gets this hot. Like at the beginning of the summer, it's already feeling like how it would during the end of July, beginning of August. So that's not good. That's a very bad sign. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna do what I would normally do, and that's just put my fan fucking back on. I think most people would understand that. I am hoping to get this done soon. I have a few other things I need to record. So yeah, that's great. And it's never cool. Once it hits summer, there's no like, oh, here's a day where I can record. Nope. It's pretty much hot consistently since, and that's not a great time. Alright, Dylan I think was over this way. Another thing is, for some strange reason, my back is just not good at all. The upper back, actually, which is really weird. Like right next to my shoulder. So it's right at the spot where I can't actually try and fix it on my own. Yeah, this is the one right next to the building. Oh, we've got cake. We've got this cheese. We've got chips. We've got dog food. Let's fix this up. And a book. All three of those. Hello, old lady, here you go. And, yeah, let's see. Cat food, Madone oil. Cat food, Madone oil. Cat food, Madone oil. Oh, it went down by $1. Cat food, Madone. Madone, here you be. Oh, it finally went up. That's nice. Cat food. Close enough for me to do 4. And now I can pause and just take care of stuff like this. I'll be back when it's all taken care of. Alright, well, finally back. Thankfully it's not 1 in the morning. It's about a little after 9. And, yeah. I can easily just get to this, and really I think as usual I'm going to pause the recording because I can't really think of anything else to say. I think I've said all the cool stuff, so I'm gonna wait here until we get some interesting stuff. More than 2 orders, so yeah, I'll be back soon. Alright, well, we're not getting much more than these 2, so maybe I'll get some more now, but probably not. Alright, so we need these. Some ice cream here, that would be nice currently in this heat. And Summer's over here. It's either this street or the one over. There it is. There you go. Nope, don't open it, you piece of dark. I meant to say tard, but whatever. The heat. The heat. Hello. Where's this Sam? Oh yeah, he is down there. Alright, well, we're gonna get some of this junk here. Grayton. Not that, not that. What? Nope, that is it. Apple juice. And some bleach. There we go. It looks like we have 2 people left, because that one just left. I'm probably gonna be able to walk back there. Did that light just turn off? That's interesting. That'd be pretty interesting if some of these lights did actually randomly turn off. Alright. Looks like we're done here. And chips and sugar. chips and sugar. That went down hella far. And that went up very little. Alright. We still have a decent amount of time. Well, not really, just very little. About enough for another half of a day, so I'm just going to record myself taking care of this stuff, and then we'll like call it a day, I think. There we go, that's great. There, much better. Alright. Get out of my way. Man, it is just almost impossible to be in this room without a fan on. It's not good. And honestly, the one fan is barely good enough. Honestly, I will definitely be needing to get the other fans I have. This is pretty much the fan I use all year round. Like, when there's... Not that it happens much, but if there is like a hot day in like the non-summer months, I will indeed use the fan then at like the lowest setting. That rarely happens. Usually it's a humid thing. Usually it gets just way too humid, and I will have a fan on then, but that's about it. By the time this comes out, it's probably going to be way too hot. Probably sometime in July, I think, is when this will be going out. Maybe August, like the beginning. I think I have most of June already set up, so 3 more in July. I think this is either last year in July or the first week in August, something like that. Nice. Looks like we're gonna finally be able to get rid of this milk. 2 boxes was 1 in. It'd be like I said a lot of times in past episodes, it would be really nice if the mod I got actually worked. Because then a lot of this stuff I wouldn't have to even freaking worry about. Alright, well, I think that is it. There's not much else to do. I'm going to save, and I'm actually not going to play this anymore tonight. I'm probably going to switch over to